just please pay some attention. Please, at least a courtesy to the minister, spend some time there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are we on? Yeah. First, as Mukesh said, it's really a pleasure to be here. And thank you, John, and thank you, Mukesh, for your leadership with USISPF. I'm thrilled to be here with you, Lokesh. Let me first start off by saying, Miri Kadochinaru, Chala Dhanyavadu. So, I have to show a little bit of my Telugu because, as he knows, I also grew up in Hyderabad, and we have a lot in common, both in terms of spending time in Hyderabad as well as spending time in the Bay Area. I'll start off with a little bit of a story, and then maybe I'll get into the questions for him. When I left 40 years ago for the United States, I was in this small town called Hyderabad and Sikandrabad. It was the Twin Cities. And when I left and I went to the U.S., virtually nobody knew where Hyderabad was on the map in terms of where it was in India. But it was the vision of Sri Naidu that by the time I came back a few Hyderabad. And I think that vision that was created to put Hyderabad on the map, what I've heard from you and what I see is a vision to even eclipse that with what you're doing in Andhra Pradesh, in Amravati. And so why don't I first start off and give you the opportunity to just talk about your vision, your father's vision, and as you said, you're actually a third generation in terms of giving back to the community. So with that, why don't you start?
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mukesh, for having me here. Shantanu ji, thank you very much for hosting the fireside chat. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lokesh Nara. I am the HRD IT Electronics Minister for the state of Andhra Pradesh. A little bit of my background. I did my bachelor's at Carnegie Mellon, worked at the World Bank, a Stanford MBA, came back to the family business. We run one of India's largest private sector dairy company. Then my wife came back from Stanford, kicked me out of the business. I ended up in politics in 2013. I'm a third generation politician, second generation entrepreneur, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I keep telling my wife, in business, what I could have done in a lifetime, I get to do it in 5 years in Indian politics. So that's a bit of my background. The state that I represent is a $180 billion economy, aspiring to be a $2.4 trillion